New information just coming in on yesterday's unspeakable tragedy.
During a lengthy news conference late this afternoon, they revealed the names of the sergeant and 2 detectives killed, all from Northern York County Regional Police. Our Seth Kaplan sat in on that news conference. There you see the names of the officers: Detective Sergeant Cody Becker, Detective Mark Baker, and Detective Isaiah Emmenhauser. Let's turn to Seth now. Seth, are you there?
Yes, I am, Alicia and Dennis, and indeed, that was one of those new pieces of information that we learned. Other pieces of information, confirmation of things that had become apparent but were not yet official. Earlier today, for example, we learned that those officers were indeed all 3 officers here at Northern York Regional Police Department. As you said, they are Detective Sergeant Cody Becker, Detective Mark Baker, and Detective Isaiah Emmenhauser. Those are the 3 officers who lost their lives at this home yesterday, which we, as you can see, got much closer to today. And boy, was it a chilling scene. I mean, you look down, and we're not going to show you this on TV, but there was a pool of dried blood. I mean, there was no doubt about what had happened there. At the press conference this afternoon, we learned that this all dates back about a month. A relationship that had gone bad, an ex-boyfriend and an ex-girlfriend. The young lady who was the ex-girlfriend lived in the home with her mother, police say. Her ex-boyfriend, 24-year-old Matthew Ruth, had been coming by the house, kind of casing the house, essentially. By Tuesday night, the mother called police, concerned. Police came out. A process began of trying to locate the man. They put up drones. They were looking from the cornfields around there. Wednesday, back out there, sheriff's deputies first tried to serve a warrant. Then those Northern York police officers came back out. And those 3 officers who we talked about learned that the suspect was inside the home while the 2 women were somewhere else safe. So they knocked on the door.
And upon immediately opening the door, the actor repeatedly fired at the officers with multiple rounds from an AR-15 styled rifle with a suppressor, immediately striking Detective Baker, striking Detective Sergeant Becker, striking at Detective Emmenhauser.
This law enforcement community needs us right now. These families need us. The police departments, York County and the Commonwealth needs everyone to respond with grace, with love, with support, and yes, prayer.
Attorney General Dave Sunday returning all too often this year to York County, where he was previously district attorney, for these kinds of press conferences. That's 4 officers now slain this year in this one mid-sized county in Pennsylvania, going back to Officer Andrew Duarte, who was killed at UPMC Memorial, also in York, back in February. At the scene, after his shots were fired, you had a situation where the officers who were in better shape, although one of them in critical, were struggling to help their fellow officers, while at the same time they had an assailant who they didn't realize then was necessarily fighting for his own life. So they described the scene of them trying to place handcuffs on an assailant while giving aid to their fellow officers while calling for help. And of course, that help came from beyond the county lines, and everybody just in shock here over something that, I mean, we use that word unprecedented, we throw it around, but there is literally no precedent for this. 3 officers all losing their lives in one event in the line of duty in central Pennsylvania.
Seth, just make a point about this. This started as a domestic situation. They seem to be planning to arrest him for stalking that young woman who lived in that home. So often these domestic situations are among the most violent.
Indeed, and that word domestic violence, it's almost, it's what we call it. We need terms for these things, and it's what we do call it, but it just sounds like such a benign word for things that occasionally end up this way, indeed. And all kinds of questions I should have. What they've provided now are just sort of the basic facts. We know who, what time these things happen. Questions about how prepared the officers could have possibly been. And to be clear, the folks here made clear that these were, first of all, they made clear that they don't even have to go any further to say this was what the officers did was justified. They said it was not only justified but necessary in DA Tim Barker's words. But in terms of how that one assailant managed to cause all the carnage he did, that's one of the things that we'll continue working to learn here in the coming days. But right now, it's really all about grief and mourning. And I know we're going to hear more about that now in the next few minutes.
Grief for sure. Seth Kaplan, thank you.
Well, Northern York County Regional Police are in mourning, which is a complete reversal from last weekend when the department celebrated its new headquarters. But in less than a week, that triumph turned to tragedy.
Our community loves our law enforcement.
And the Northern York Regional PD loved its new digs, cut the ribbon on the building just last weekend.
Like cloud nine, everyone's happy, excited.
State Rep Seth Grove was there.
Everybody's excited for the new dawn of Northern Regional Police Department. New facilities, phenomenal facilities, state-of-the-art everything.
But by midweek, 3 of its officers were gone.
They were the best of us.
One of the things I love about York County is when things get bad and times are tough and we have a crisis, we all come together. It makes me proud to be a York Countian.
County Commissioner Julie Wheeler said mental health resources will be provided to the employees who interacted regularly with the slain officers. Many will need it, she says.
People are struggling.
They respond to that call not knowing exactly what it is they will encounter.
State Senator Kristen Phillips-Hill helped secure state dollars for the new facility. She now expects calls for legislative action around guns. Too soon, she says.
We need to do what we are doing, which is coming together as a community to grieve, to support our law enforcement officials. And those are conversations that I am certain we will have.
Over 240 officers have been shot in the line of duty this year.
John Hoyt is with the National Fraternal Order of Police. He came from Philadelphia to visit the wounded and says finding those willing to fill station houses, even brand new ones like Northern York's, just got harder.
When I signed on 26 years ago, it took me 2 years of waiting and trying and relentless effort to get on. Now we can't find the people because of how dangerous the job is.
The community focus now is on memorial services for the fallen and hopes for a speedy recovery for the wounded, one from Northern York Regional and one from the York County Sheriff's Office.
And we do want to address the outpouring of love and support from communities all across the Mid-State. This has hit home for so many people. Our Sarah Wilson joins us now outside the Northern York County Regional Police Department. A memorial there to the fallen detectives continues to grow. Sarah?
Yeah, Alicia, and that memorial is continuing to grow as we speak, with people still coming here to the department to pay their respects. I'll move out of the way so you can see firefighters from Dover Township actually just stopped by and placed what is that beautiful red, white, and blue bouquet in front of all of these other flowers. You can see the American flags, the notes, the flowers. So many people stopped by today to pay their respects, and it wasn't just here. It was all across York County.
I was numb, just total shock.
Louise Kiter and so many others feeling that way after tragedy struck rural York County for the second time this year.
It was just like so heartbreaking.
The death of 3 North York Regional Police officers, leaving not just the county, but the Commonwealth shaken.
It's not supposed to happen here.
But on Wednesday afternoon, it did. And tonight, 2 officers continue to fight to live. Their recovery, the focus of a prayer service at Advent Lutheran Church in York. Dozens turning out looking for comfort and hope.
Some semblance of peace, that people understand the sanctity of life.
It just broke my heart.
The dangerous duties officers face every day, not lost on Lane Benda.
They have to be brave, they have to be courageous, and very intelligent also. They have a tough job to do.
That reality in full force last night. Hundreds turned out for a procession to honor the 3 fallen officers. All were escorted by dozens of first responders to the coroner's office.
Nothing any of us can ever do can bring them back, or, you just hope that the community coming together and essentially, being here for support just would help make things a little bit easier.
And this is just a really terrible, terrible situation because they are always there for us when we need them.
York County now trying to be there for each other.
To be there for their families, say prayers for those that are in the hospital.
Be compassionate with one another. We're to love one another.
And you heard about that service that took place earlier today. There is another one tonight in Manchester Township. That will happen at 7 o'clock. It is with Bishop Timothy Sr. We will be there and bring that to you live. But for now, we are live in York County. Sarah Wilson, ABC 27 News.
Sarah, thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Eric Finkenbinder from ABC 27, and we're excited to announce the new ABC 27 News Plus app. Live stream newscasts or watch content on demand. This is different than the ABC 27 app on your smartphone. You can check this out at home, and it's very easy to use. With a Fire Stick, go to the home page, scroll down to search. From there, enter ABC 27. Move over to the apps, and there we are. Click the icon and install. It's just that easy.